As the sun sets over the Western Ghats, one of the world's most biodiverse regions, the forest transforms. The cacophony of daytime fades into a tranquil silence, broken only by the whispers of the night. Here, in the shadows of the towering trees, a mysterious and elusive creature begins its day, the grey, slender loris. Native to the forests of India, the grey, slender loris is a small, nocturnal primate that has captured the curiosity of scientists and nature enthusiasts alike. With their large, expressive eyes and deliberate, almost ghostly movements, they are masters of stealth and survival. Slender lorises spend nearly their entire lives in the trees, rarely descending to the forest floor. Their slow, deliberate movements help them avoid detection by predators and allow them to stalk their prey with incredible accuracy. Despite their small size, grey slender lorises are skilled hunters. Their diet consists mainly of insects, but they also feed on fruits, flowers, and even small vertebrates. Their ability to remain almost completely silent while moving through the trees makes them formidable predators. The Western Ghats, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, provide the perfect habitat for these enigmatic creatures. But like many species, the grey, slender loris faces threats from habitat loss, deforestation, and human encroachment. Conservation efforts are underway to protect the grey, slender loris and its habitat. Researchers and local communities are working together to ensure that these mysterious creatures continue to thrive in the wild. In the quiet of the night, the grey slender loris continues its ancient dance through the trees, a reminder of the delicate balance of life in the Western Ghats. Let us ensure that their whispers are never silenced. The sun hangs high in the sky, its golden rays piercing through the dense canopy of the Indian forest. The air is thick with humidity, and the forest floor is a mosaic of dry, crackling leaves. The heat is relentless, and the forest seems to hold its breath, waiting for the relief of the evening breeze. In the midst of this sweltering afternoon, a group of langur monkeys emerges from the shadows, their silver-grey fur glistening under the dappled sunlight. They move with purpose, their keen senses guiding them toward a small puddle of water nestled between the roots of an ancient banyan tree. The puddle, a remnant of the last monsoon rain, is a lifeline in the parched landscape. One by one, the monkeys approach, their delicate hands cupping the cool water to their mouths. Their thirst quenched, they linger for a moment, their dark, expressive eyes scanning the surroundings for any sign of danger. The forest is alive with the sounds of cicadas and the distant calls of birds. But for now, the langurs are at peace. As the heat begins to wane, the forest comes alive with activity. The langurs, now rejuvenated, take to the trees with effortless grace. Their long limbs and powerful tails propel them from branch to branch, their movements a symphony of agility and precision. The younger monkeys lead the charge, their playful antics a stark contrast to the more measured movements of the adults. They leap and swing, their laughter-like calls echoing through the forest as they chase one another through the labyrinth of branches. High above the forest floor, the canopy is a world unto itself. Sunlight filters through the leaves, casting a green-gold glow on the monkeys as they navigate their arboreal playground. The adults keep a watchful eye on the youngsters, their vigilance a testament to the tight-knit bonds that define the langur family. Despite the playful chaos, there is an underlying order to their movements, a rhythm that speaks to the deep-rooted instincts that guide their lives. Beneath the canopy, on the dry, leafy ground, a different scene unfolds. A langur family, 2 adults and 2 babies, sits beside a gnarled tree trunk, their bodies pressed close together. The adults take turns grooming one another, their fingers moving deftly through each other's fur. This act of grooming is more than just a means of hygiene. It is a ritual of bonding, a way to strengthen the ties that hold the family together. The babies, their fur still a soft, downy grey, watch intently, their wide eyes filled with curiosity. One of the adults gently pulls a baby closer, inspecting its fur for any signs of dirt or parasites. The baby squirms playfully, but soon settles into the rhythm of the grooming, its tiny hands reaching out to mimic the actions of its parent. The other baby, emboldened by the moment, climbs onto the back of the second adult, its tiny fingers gripping the coarse fur as it surveys its surroundings. As the day progresses, the forest reveals its many layers of life. The langurs are not alone in their quest for survival. A herd of spotted deer grazes in a nearby clearing, their ears twitching at the slightest sound. A peacock fans its iridescent tail, its call a haunting melody that reverberates through the trees. Even the smallest creatures, the ants marching in single file, the butterflies flitting from flower to flower, play their part in the intricate web of life. For the langurs, the forest is both a sanctuary and a challenge. The dense foliage provides shelter and sustenance, but it is also a place of constant vigilance. Predators lurk in the shadows, and the monkeys must rely on their keen senses and tight-knit social structure to navigate the dangers. Yet, amidst the challenges, there is also joy. A joy that is evident in their playful leaps, their tender grooming rituals, and the quiet moments of togetherness. As the sun dips below the horizon, the forest is bathed in a soft golden light. The langurs, their bellies full and their thirst quenched, gather once more in the trees. The babies curl up in the arms of their parents, their eyes heavy with sleep. The adults sit quietly, their silhouettes framed against the fading light, their watchful eyes scanning the forest for any signs of movement. The day may be over, but the forest never sleeps. The langurs, like the countless other creatures that call this place home, are part of a timeless cycle, a cycle of life, death, and renewal. And as the first stars appear in the night sky, the forest whispers its secrets, a reminder of the beauty and resilience of the natural world. In the heart of northeast India, where the mighty Brahmaputra River carves its path through the floodplains, lies a sanctuary like no other. Kaziranga National Park, a UNESCO World Heritage Site and a biodiversity hotspot at the edge of the eastern Himalayas, is a living testament to the resilience of nature. Here, amidst the tall elephant grass and shimmering wetlands, roams one of the most iconic creatures on Earth, the Indian rhinoceros. The Indian rhinoceros, or the greater one-horned rhinoceros, is a living relic of a bygone era. Once widespread across the northern Indian subcontinent, this majestic species faced near extinction in the 20th century due to habitat loss and relentless poaching. By the early 1900s, fewer than 200 individuals remained in the wild. Today, Kaziranga is home to over 2/3 of the global population of Indian rhinoceroses, with more than 2,600 individuals thriving within its boundaries. Kaziranga's journey from a hunting reserve to a conservation success story is a tale of determination, innovation, and collaboration. In 1905, the park was established as a protected area, and over the decades, it has become a global model for wildlife conservation. Kaziranga is not just a park, it is a lifeline for the Indian rhinoceros. Our anti-poaching efforts, habitat management and community engagement have been key to the species' recovery. We have lived alongside the rhinos for generations. They are part of our culture and our identity. Protecting them is not just a duty, it is our way of life. The Brahmaputra River is both a lifeline and a challenge for Kaziranga. Annual floods bring fertile soil, creating a rich habitat for herbivores like the Indian rhinoceros, Asian elephant, and wild water buffalo. But these floods also test the resilience of the park's wildlife, forcing them to adapt to the ever-changing landscape. Kaziranga is one of the few places on Earth where tigers and rhinos coexist. The park is home to one of the highest densities of Bengal tigers in the world, making it a critical habitat for these apex predators. Protecting the tiger and the rhino is not just about saving individual species, it is about preserving the delicate balance of this unique ecosystem. Despite its success, Kaziranga faces numerous challenges. Poaching remains a persistent threat, driven by the illegal demand for rhino horns. Habitat loss due to human encroachment and infrastructure development further exacerbates the pressure on the park's resources. Climate change, with its unpredictable weather patterns and rising water levels, adds another layer of complexity to the conservation equation. We are using every tool at our disposal: technology, community engagement, and scientific research to protect Kaziranga's wildlife. But the fight is far from over. Local communities are the backbone of Kaziranga's conservation efforts. Indigenous groups like the Mishing and Karbi tribes have lived in harmony with the park's wildlife for generations. Their traditional knowledge and practices are invaluable for managing the ecosystem and mitigating human-wildlife conflicts. Ecotourism has emerged as a sustainable livelihood option for local communities, providing economic incentives to protect the park's biodiversity. Responsible tourism practices ensure that Kaziranga's fragile ecosystem is not disrupted, while raising awareness about the importance of conservation. Kaziranga National Park is more than just a sanctuary. It is a beacon of hope for wildlife conservation. The survival of the Indian rhinoceros here is a testament to the resilience of nature and the power of human effort. But the challenges ahead are formidable, and the need for continued vigilance and support cannot be overstated. As we look to the future, Kaziranga's story serves as a reminder of our shared responsibility to protect the planet's biodiversity. By safeguarding the Indian rhinoceros, the Bengal tiger, and the countless other species that call Kaziranga home, we are not only preserving a piece of our natural heritage, but also ensuring a sustainable future for generations to come. In the heart of northeast India, where the Brahmaputra flows and the eastern Himalayas rise, Kaziranga remains a symbol of hope, resilience, and the enduring beauty of the wild. In the heart of India's grasslands, where the summer sun reigns supreme, a delicate dance of survival unfolds. This is the story of the blackbuck, an icon of grace and resilience, fighting to endure in a landscape that tests the limits of life itself. Once abundant across India's plains, the blackbuck has faced centuries of challenges, hunting, habitat loss, and competition for resources. Yet, in these grasslands, they persist, adapting to the harsh rhythms of nature. The blackbuck is a keystone species. Its survival is intertwined with the health of the grassland ecosystem. Summer is the ultimate test. Water becomes scarce, food is limited, and predators are always near. These grasslands are not just a home, they're a stage where life and death play out daily. For the blackbuck, survival is a relentless pursuit, especially during the unforgiving summer months. Water is life. In summer, the blackbuck's survival depends on finding the few remaining water sources. But these oases are also hotspots for predators, turning every drink into a gamble. For every blackbuck that survives, countless others fall prey to the harsh realities of the wild. Yet those that endure pass on the traits that make them so resilient: speed, vigilance, and an unyielding will to live. We need the land to grow crops, but we also understand the blackbuck's importance. It's a balance we're still trying to find. The blackbuck's survival depends on coexistence. We need to protect their habitat while supporting the livelihoods of people who share this landscape. For us, the blackbuck is sacred. We believe in living in harmony with nature. Protecting them is our duty. In a world where human and wildlife interests often clash, the blackbuck's survival hinges on finding common ground. It is a delicate balance, but one that offers hope for the future. By understanding how blackbucks adapt to changing conditions, we can develop strategies to protect them. Every piece of data brings us closer to ensuring their survival. The blackbuck's story is one of resilience and adaptation. In the face of relentless challenges, it continues to thrive, a testament to the enduring spirit of life. But its future depends on us, on our ability to protect the grasslands it calls home. In the grasslands of India, where the sun sets on another scorching day, the blackbuck endures. Its fight is far from over, but as long as it runs free, there is hope. Support grassland conservation. Together, we can ensure the blackbuck's survival for generations to come. The blackbuck's fight is a reminder of the resilience of life and the interconnectedness of all living things. Let us strive to protect these grasslands, not just for the blackbuck, but for the countless species that call them home. In the heart of India's wilderness, where the summer sun reigns supreme, a fierce battle for survival unfolds. This is the story of the predators. Striped hyenas, Bengal tigers, Asiatic lions, Indian leopards, caracals and dholes. Fighting to endure in a landscape that tests the limits of life itself. These predators are the apex of their ecosystems, each playing a crucial role in maintaining the balance of nature. Yet, in the dry summer months, their survival is a relentless pursuit. As water becomes scarce, prey dwindles and competition intensifies. The striped hyena is a master scavenger, thriving on the leftovers of others. Yet in the dry season, even scavenging becomes a challenge, as kills are fewer and competition fiercer. Hyenas are incredibly resilient. They can survive on very little, but the dry season pushes them to their limits. They must adapt or perish. For the Bengal tiger, the dry season is a time of heightened vulnerability. Prey is scarce, water is limited, and every hunt is a gamble. Tigers are solitary hunters, relying on stealth and strength. But in the dry season, even the mightiest predator must adapt to survive. The Asiatic lion is a symbol of resilience, having survived against all odds. Yet, in the dry season, even the pride must adapt to the harsh realities of their environment. Lions are social animals, relying on their pride for survival. But in the dry season, every member must contribute to ensure the pride's survival. The Indian leopard is a solitary hunter, relying on stealth and strength. Yet in the dry season, even the most elusive predator must adapt to survive. Leopards are incredibly adaptable, able to thrive in a variety of habitats, but the dry season tests even their limits. The caracal is a ghost of the grasslands, rarely seen but always present. Yet, in the dry season, even the most elusive predator must adapt to survive. Caracals are incredibly adaptable, able to thrive in a variety of habitats, but the dry season tests even their limits. The dhole is a highly social predator, relying on its pack for survival. Yet in the dry season, even the most coordinated predator must adapt to survive. Dholes are incredibly adaptable, able to thrive in a variety of habitats. But the dry season tests even their limits. We need to protect our livestock, but we also understand the importance of predators. It's a balance we're still trying to find. The survival of these predators depends on coexistence. We need to protect their habitat while supporting the livelihoods of people who share this landscape. By understanding how predators adapt to changing conditions, we can develop strategies to protect them. Every piece of data brings us closer to ensuring their survival. The story of these predators is one of resilience and adaptation. In the face of relentless challenges, they continue to thrive, a testament to the enduring spirit of life. But their future depends on us, on our ability to protect the wilderness they call home. In the wilderness of India, where the sun sets on another scorching day, the predators endure. Their fight is far from over, but as long as they roam free, there is hope. Support wilderness conservation. Together, we can ensure the survival of these predators for generations to come. The predator's fight is a reminder of the resilience of life and the interconnectedness of all living things. Let us strive to protect these wildernesses, not just for the predators, but for the countless species that call them home.